me vachi pratishthitam aviravirmaedhi vedasyama anisthaha shrutam me ma prahasihi anena dhitena horatran samdadhami ritam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavato tadvaktaramavato avatu mam avatu vaktaram avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I'm not sure whether we finished this hymn already totally.
We finished. The last verse we did was 06.
Okay, so we finished it then. Okay, we have to take a new hymn.
And then are you recording for Vladimir?
Right, we are recording, I think, yeah. So, Rigveda 155. Rishi Dirghatama Uchatya, the same Rishi, the most mysterious Rishi, one of the most mysterious. The Auchatya means from Uchatya. It is his mother. His mother was the Word, the divine Word, and he is Dirghatama, of the long night. So he's in the long.
His mother was. Who did you say?
The divine Word. So he has several hymns to Vishnu, basically hymn. And in this hymn to Vishnu, 1 and 3, first 3 are dedicated to Indra Vishnu, to Indra.
Yeah, that's mysterious. Indra Vishnu. I'm interested to hear that.
Right. Okay. And it is the same Jagati as previous. Or previous was Trishtup. Okay. Pravah Pantam Andhaso Dhiyayate Maheshuraya Vishnave Charchata Ya Sanuni Parvatanam Adabhya Mahastasthu Arvateva Sadhuna. To the great hero, him who sets his mind there on, and Vishnu, praise loud in song your draught of juice. Gods never beguiled, who born as it were by noble steed have stood upon the lofty ridges of the hills. Okay. Let us read my. Sing with the flaming word of your Soma wine, Archata. The essence of delight. To the great hero who is the master of the mind, Dhi, and to Vishnu, who stand upon the mountain's top as if they were borne by the steed of heaven, invincible and great, they firmly stood.
The only questions that pop out to me as we're reading that is all the different the different there's the hero, and that's he, and
That's
then
Indra. It's not Vishnu.
It's okay. So it's Indra, to the great hero Indra, and then him who sets his mind thereon. Does that mean the rishi who sets his mind on Indra, or us, or Who is that him?
To the great hero who sets his mind their own, and Vishnu. Yeah.
So that him who sets his mind is Indra.
You see, Dhyayate, to the one who has his Dhi upon everything, who actually their own. There is no object here. Who sets his mind, because Indra is the lord of the divine mind. Basically, he is coming and breaking through our top of our heaven and reaches out to us with his light. And his lightning is the light of the sun, but behind him there is Vishnu. And so to the great hero, him who sets his mind, to him, hero, who sets his mind thereon. He is the one who puts his mind upon anything. So dhyayat, it's a Vedic word, participle.
Dhi. But I'm wondering if he's talking about the worshiper who sets his mind, his mind on the divine light, reaches to that Vishnu, which is would end that bliss.
I'm not sure. I don't think so, actually. Yeah, dhyayate, to be attentive or devout, mindful, dhyayat. It's a participle, Vedic participle. So it is to the one. Pravach Pantam.
Okay, wait.
So archata is literally praise, yes, or sing, or
Archata.
Right. From here, arka means the light, the sun, and the hymn. So archata, it's from this root arch, which is very interesting because it has the flaming capacity and the praising capacity. And that's why I put sing with the flaming word. That's why I use flaming word. I will check. Panta.
Flaming and praising. So it has to do with unfolding the inner light.
So sing with your flaming word. That means, yes, by singing you kind of create an aspiration, the fire of aspiration rising from the heart or from your whole body, which is reaching out to whom? To the
Yeah. It's almost, yeah. I mean, obviously, if it's Indragni, if it's Indra Vishnu, then it's reaching to, it's ascending. It's reaching to heaven.
So Andhas has darkness, obscurity, but it has also soma juice. This of the soma juice, yes, what was the drought, pantam andhasach, archata, you flame with your word. You see, the problem is here, praise aloud in your
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. There's a problem between the subject and what would be the object. Yeah, that's the question.
Literally, you praise, what do you praise? You praise your draught of soma, that what you drink, that's quintessence, or that the delight, the ambrosia, the immortality in our existence.
Right.
You flame that with your praise, with your aspiration. For whom? For Indra, the hero, great hero, Dhyaya Te Maheshwaraya, and for Vishnu, Vishnavecha. Yeah? So to these two heroes you sing your praise of this delight hidden in the existence. And this is the complexity of this phrase. Yeah?
Yes. So is Indra the object
Uh,
in that?
he is not the object, he is for whom it is praised. Yeah? It is dative,
Oh,
Shurai.
it's dative. It's dative. Okay. So because I kind of wondered if the hero might be the rishi, the self, but then it would be nominative case. It wouldn't be dative.
No, it won't be dative. It is for hero, great hero, Maheshwaraya, both dative. In the Dhyaya, they also dative, dative. Vishnava also dative, cha. And for Vishnu, for whom?
Right.
Ya sanuni parvatanam adabhya. Who stand upon the mountain's top. Yasanuni, on the mountain. Sanu is mountain top. Parvatanam, of the mountains, many mountains on the top. Adabhya, um, invincible. Adabhya is literally the one who cannot be overcome or suppressed. Mahastasthu, Tasthatu, two of them. Ya, who two, it is a Vedic dual, who on the top of the mountains, invincible both, stood, Tasthatu, Parvata Iva Sadhuna, as if the steed of heaven, steed Arvat. Arvat is the one, the horse which is racing horse. Arvataiva, as it were by noble steed who stood upon the lofty ridges of the hills, Sadhuna. But there is no lofty ridges of the hills. Yeah, it's I do not know where. Maybe Parvatanam. He means this. But it is, yeah. Who stand upon the mountain?
No, go ahead.
Who stand upon the mountain's top? It's first literally. Yeah, who two? Yeah, who both of them, Vishnu and Indra, who stood literally, who stood on the mountain tops. Sanoni Parvatanam, invincible both. Mahah Tasthatu, great, they firmly stood.
So where the riches of this hymn are, seems to me, why is this rishi invoking both at the same time? There's something in that.
Oh, definitely. First of all, Indra and Vishnu are very closely related. Yes? Indra is from heaven, and he is, as you remember from our presentation on Vedic paradigm, Indra belongs to this Trirojana of Swar world, and the lowest region of them is Indra's realm. But Vishnu's realm is higher. It is over mental realm, and Vishnu is oversees all these cosmic worlds, of which Indra is taking a selection and makes use of it. He needs Vishnu's vastness behind to be powerful in his action. Vishnu is backing him up always. So their relations are very clear.
But he's not always, but they're not always invoked as two two names. It's like you said, Vishnu is implied in back of Indra.
Oh, they are
Always.
very often involved together with Vishnu, Indra and Vishnu. Vishnu is always understood, implied or invoked. It's like a very close godhead to him.
But you don't think that there's any unusual significance then to them being named separately?
No, there should be. They are separately. One is reaching out, another is overlooking, overseeing his past realms of the overmind. And one is supporting the whole manifestation, another is acting upon certain kind of events. Indra is the actor upon certain events. I could even say that Indra is the Vishnu's acting messenger, if you like. It's the similar to Agni, who is the son of Rudra. Indra would be, I could call him the son of Vishnu because he is doing his job in application to our manifestation. Vishnu stays beyond, and Indra is reaching out to us, leaping out with these lightnings. It's actually just the opposite. It's a proof of their relation with him, closer relations. They are both standing on the top of the mountain. Top of the mountains means transcendental to some kind of, they belong to some other world, in heaven. Both invincible and as if the noble steed. Okay, let's see what happens next, and then we will maybe connect back, because there are 3 verses to them. Tvesham ittha samaranam shimivatoh. Tvesham ittha samaranam shimivatoh. Indra Vishnu Satapavam Urushyati Ya Martiyaya Pratidhiyamanam It Karishanoh Astuh Asanam Urushyatah. What are words?
These are unusual words, aren't they? A lot of unusual language in this particular
It's
one.
a very ancient language, yes. And this Rishi himself is very ancient, one of the most ancient rishis here known to us. He was born to the word, mother word, who had relations with gods, with Brihaspati and so on, Gautama Rishi. I think he's the son of the Gautama Rishi.
Of
Gautama Rahuganaha, his name. Gautama Rahuganaha, the full of light Rishi. And Gautama had a wife who, there is the whole mythological background in Puranas, of course, later, but still. I don't want to repeat this story because it's a little bit erotic, and I'm not very sure that I'm in the position to really mention it. But since there was kind of I will come to it again later, maybe in a nice way when I'm ready to tell it. Well, there was a dispute between Brihaspati and Dirgatama Uchatya, who was already in the womb, and Brihaspati wanted to possess the woman and his mother, and he said, it's already occupied, I am in the womb, you cannot come here. And from that time on, they are rivalries, Brihaspati and Dirgatama Uchatya. There is something between them going on.
Well, Dirgatama is, the way I've been taught about him is that he represents the long drawn silence of the darkness of the cave, where there's absolutely no light, there's no fluctuation, there's no dynamism, there's nothing but complete, total, utter darkness of silence. And I guess Brihaspati, because he's the divine word, is the divine that has some reverberation to it that that enables the word to reach to heaven, that reaches out, that reaches forward, to be able to manifest and understand and enliven the divine. And maybe they're incompatible in the sense that Dirghatamas is complete, utter stillness with nothing. And Brihaspati has to, because he is the word, even though it's rooted in the transcendental, it still has some liveliness in it. It has some activity. It has some movement in it, which is antithetical to that long drawn silence.
Yeah, well, it's a very, very problematic name, Dirgatama, and the long night or the long darkness and prolonged darkness, long darkness, long tamas. Yeah? But it could mean also the one who enters into the long tamas, yes? Who enters into the inconscient and subconscious cave, the one who really dares to make this sacrifice, because the whole secret of the Veda dwells in this darkness. In the darkness there is a hidden light. And Auchatya is from Uchvach. She is the word. So there is an attraction.
Ucha, like Ucha Vak, the highest.
It is from Vach, yes, Vach root. And she is the word. So there is an attraction of Brihaspati to this word and not to the darkness. And so this about this, his name, I'm not totally sure. I don't see him as a prolonged darkness or night. He is one of the most interesting rishis ever, and his hymns are really profound. He has this long riddle hymn, with the most quoted from the Rig Veda. So I don't know.
Which one is that? Is that the Richo-Akshare one?
164.
164?
Yes, it is from first mandala.
So, is that the Richo-Akshare one? Richo-Akshare
yes,
Parame?
Yeah, it's all his. Yes, it is his. And many more things. And he is very familiar with the word. He has something about, because his mother is the divine word. So Brihaspati is there, little bit looks like naughty in comparison. Of course, Puranas are making everything look very strange, but still, I cannot comment on it. I don't feel
like... It seems like it's this perpetual interaction and conversation and description about just all the relationship, all the complex relationships of total silence, and then all the values of dynamism, which bring out the manifest creation from consciousness. And all these different qualities of and natures of consciousness itself are described in these by the rishis themselves in their names and by the verses. And I mean, Dirga Tamas is an experience of consciousness where it's one of the Maharshi likened it to the emptiness in the banyan seed, where the complete empty center core, which that emptiness gives rise to the whole tree. And to all the different leaves and roots and bark and branches and everything come out of that emptiness. So Dirga Tamas is like that dark, empty, complete void, which gives rise to, I guess in this case it's being described as giving rise to the word, to the divine word. But it's also being described as he's also talking about Indra and Vishnu as part of his nature, part of his karakatva.
Right, and he has mainly all his hymns to Vishnu. Yes, it's mainly his. Right.
It's mainly his, Dirga Tamas.
Yes.
So, do you think that they're similar, Dirga Tamas and Vishnu, or are they opposing? Because Vishnu and Indra you always associate with this luminosity, with light and divinity, hailing down from the highest heaven, or I guess in this case maybe Spar world and the overworld, the highest heaven. And then Dirga Tamas is empty and silent and kind of that cave of silence.
Yeah, but you see, it depends how we translate the name Dirgatama. Dirgatama can be translated as long darkness, yeah, but also can be translated the one who has long darkness, who entered the long darkness, as Bahuvrihi compound. And in that sense, it is not he who has darkness, but he who dwells in the long night, and the one who dared for the sacrifice to enter that long, prolonged, huge, that profound night. Because in the Veda there are two nights. Yeah, one is lesser night, and there is a deeper night. And this deeper night, not many would dare to enter, because there one can be, lost for
Right.
for a long time, or at least forever. And only great rishis or spirits dare to go there. And when they enter that, they go deep, deep into the darkness, into the long, long darkness. And there, at the bottom of things, they find that light. A light supreme, and that is the secret of the Veda. So, in a way, I'm not sure how to translate Dirgatama. Well, if I translate it in a way that it is long night himself, he is, then it doesn't fit to have the name of the rishi. It doesn't fit. Then we have to do something what you did, to explain that it is not night but silence. But tamas is tamas. It's not silence. It's really darkness. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So one has to always adjust and interpret to allow him to have this name, which I'm not totally satisfied.
Well, it's also inertia too. It's not just. I mean, it's so dark and so. I mean, it's just nothing. It just nothing can move in it. Nothing can operate. Nothing can exist in it.
Yeah. We can look at this root tam tam yati for fourth class. To gasp for breath, choke, be suffocated, faint away, be exhausted, perish, be distressed,
Wow.
disturbed. This is tam yati.
Is that a verb?
Yes, of course.
Tamyati is to just to it's like a complete exhalation.
Right. And tamas, we can see word darkness, gloom, first meaning deprived of eyes, light, sight, darkness of hell. So I don't think he is the darkness of hell. I think.
Oh, look, eclipse.
Yeah. I think he entered it. And because he entered it, if I translate Dirgatama, and let us see, maybe there is even a word to somehow suggested.
But you keep thinking what everything that you've said, even including the circumstances of his birth and everything, it seems like what courage, huh? What incredible courage would be implied, that and that's what would give him the invincibility, is that incredible strength, bala, and courage to actually go into that that state, from which he can invoke, from which he can praise and invoke the highest heaven from there.
Right. I think it has to be translated a bit differently. I mean, interpreted in the sense that the one who endures the all night, the one who is capable to face it, yeah, to deal with it. And that's what it is. And not that he is the long night. He entered it. He dared to face it, to change it, to go into it, to find their light. And in that sense, of course, all his hymns and his relations with the higher devatas, transcendental, is quite justified.
Indeed.
Anyhow, it is my thinking, but I'm not happy with whatever interpretation, because it's really still some secret. The whole secret is there. Yeah? We do not know for sure. Okay, let us look into this. Tveshamitra samaranam shemi vatoh. Indra Vishnu sutapavam urushyati yamartiyaya pratidhiyamanamit. Krishanoh astu asanam urushyatach. The brilliant power came together and striving forth, let me drink, okay, I will read my first. And striving forth of these two mighty lords, O Indra and Vishnu, the drinker of Soma increases you with his being. That's my addition, just increases you. Who thus for the mortal, and what was thus for him determined, here to realize, widen you too, and thus dissolve the missile of Krishna, the archer. Now there is Krishna. Krishna is the sun, actually. Usually it is Aditya or Surya who is sending the missile, which has to be dissolved, so to say.
The sunburn?
Yeah, something about this missile, Astu. Astu is the missile of Krishna, Krishna Astu. Urushyatchach. Urushyatchach, dissolve, or we can say widen and dissolve. So there is a concentrated light of the sun, which has to be dissolved, which has to be mixed up with darkness. Otherwise, it will simply hit and destroy the manifestation. So the light of the sun has to be dissolved, and that's what Vishnu does. He dissolves in his overmental consciousness the supramental concentrated light. And that becomes the manifestation. And they both do it, Indra and Vishnu. Vishnu is first, and Indra is doing it. He applies this light as lightning to a particular event.
Well, that doesn't seem like it's dissolving. It seems like it's concentrating. It's focusing.
Well, focusing after it has been dissolved. Because in the sun, in the Surya, the light stays. It's like a melted gold. There is no gap of darkness. If that comes, that missile of the sun comes into this world, it hits. So it cannot come. It has to be dissolved. The power is too big. So it needs the dissolution of power.
So I'm thinking about, I forgot the name of Surya's wife. It wasn't Chaya. It was, I mean, his wife who couldn't lie with him because he was so hot that she got burned. Samya.
No. He had a wife, Vivasvat. You mean Vivasvat, the Lord of the Sun. He was married to. She was the mother of Ashwin's. What is her name?
Yeah, there's a different section. I guess I'm thinking about the Jyotish, the Jyotish Puranas, the Puranas that talk about the sun and
yeah,
Shani.
well, wait a minute, I will tell you. Samjinya, her name, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
So anyway, so this is basically talking about the light of the sun. I guess you saying dissolved, or that kind of confused me a little bit, but I think I see what you're trying to imply.
The missile of the sun, which he shoots for the soul here to realize, is to be adopted and applied, for which Indra and Vishnu are engaged. The whole share of the soul to bear in this manifestation is to be applied in time and space, for which Vishnu is rearranging it in his heights, and Indra applying it to a specific context in time and space of that soul development. It's kind of, but the idea is clear, because if the concentrated missile of the sun would come, it would be too much, and it is beyond time and space. It is disregarding time and space continuum, and it would hit. So this is Krishanu. Krishanu is the very dangerous light of the sun. Even today, if sun is too active, it's very dangerous for our Earth. It needs to come in portions. It has to be adopted by our atmosphere. But if the sun will burst onto Earth, Earth would be destroyed, even physically speaking. Yeah? Not to say about spiritually. It is too powerful, it's a transcendental light. Yeah? So Krishna is seen as very dangerous for us. The same story, actually, the same in the Rig Veda we find when they speak to the dawn, and they say, "Dawn, hurry up with your work, because when the sun comes, he will see all of us as thieves, and he will destroy you and all of us as thieves, because we would not fit into his requirement, or to his, so to say, highest degree of his divinity. So in a way, she has to fulfill it, to finish all this preparatory work that we will be able to receive this light.
Well, don't you think it's something so interesting about Dirgatama Uchatya being the one to cognize this mechanic of the fury, keeping that the soma is what keeps, he's the one who cognizes the mechanics of the furious rush of light, of overarching, overwhelming light being able to be made useful. Isn't it so interesting that Mr. Darkness, Mr. Deep Darkness is the one who's seeing this so clearly?
Right. There is a hymn where it is explained how the Swar world appeared. And it is kind of interesting that the light of the sun was met by the darkness and was pierced by the darkness. It's like the light of the sun stays here, and the darkness comes, and the first rays are kind of this, what happens. And through this, there is this overmental realm, the Swar world, this Vishnu's world is being born. Otherwise, there would be too condensed light, and our darkness, if it hits like this, there would be no survivors. But in this way, it can be adopted, adjusted, assimilated in time and space, and that's what Vishnu and Indra do.
I see. Mm-hmm. So this is so interesting.
Yeah, Tvesham Itra, this Tvesha, this brilliant power, this one, Itra, in this way, Samaranam came together, so to say, and striving forth of these two mighty lords. The drinker of Soma, Sutapa. Sutapa is, Suta is Soma-pa drinker. The Sutapa Urushyati widens or increases of you two, Vam, or Indra and Vishnu, of you, this coming together. Let us read what he says. It would be interesting. Your Soma drinker keeps afar your furious rush. Interesting. Your Soma drinker keeps afar your furious rush, Indra and Vishnu, when ye come with all your might. That which has been directed well at mortal, bow-armed Krishna's arrow, ye turn far aside. Similar to what I try to say, but it's not very right to do it.
Yeah, and it also seems like it's written by somebody who didn't quite get it either, because it doesn't keep it afar. It's not like it's not like it repels it. It just digests it. The soma enables the seer to be able to take that light in without being combusted by it.
Yeah, Sutapa is the drinker of Soma who actually Urushyati is not keeping afar, just opposite, increasing it. I'm translating it as increasing their presence, yes, of their coming together, Samaranam. Samaranam is a meeting point of these two great striving forth. This is Shimivat, effectively might have been strongly. There is no Shimivato of these effective or striving Godheads, two of them. Of two of them striving, the meeting point thus, this flaming, brilliant power, Tvesham, Urushyati Sutapa, the drinker of Soma, increases in him. This is what I translate, and he makes it, they put him, the drinker Soma makes it afar. Uru means wide, widens their strength. And he says that it is diluting their power. I am using it as he is increasing, but I may be wrong because in the next one, I'm translating it into opposite sense. That they are
Well,
diluting.
you said that maybe keeping it afar is the same as is what you said is dissolving. Dissolving
Okay.
the power so that it isn't ultimately destructive.
You see, we do not know what it is, Urushyati. Uru means wide, but perhaps it is a regular futurum from vri. Could be also, I could agree with this, from covering up, from, so to say, covering, protecting, securing, defending from.
Yeah.
Is,
So it's not pushing it away. It's a cushioning. It's protecting the seer so that they can accept the light when Indra and Vishnu bring it to earth, because it's been directed at mortal man. It's been directed at humanity, and they need to be able to digest that light when it comes. So they need some protection from the full onslaught of the power of it. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, Pratidhi Yamana. Pratidhi Yamana is actually from Ruddha, which is established, which is to be established, or which is established for the mortal. You who are for the mortal, what has to be established, so to say, what thus for him determined here to realize, who widen you to, and thus dissolve the missile of Krishna.
That's quite good.
Yeah, but it's very problematic, really, this, because we do not know what he wants to say, truly speaking. Yes? We're kind of guessing in the dark. Well, I made this interpretation because this looked like possible. But otherwise, I'm taking it from elsewhere, from the knowledge which is not here. Yes? That sun is like this, that there is darkness meeting the rays of the sun, creates these realms of Vishnu and Indra, and they dilute the light, and then they widen it within us. And Urushyatam and Urushyatha, this word is used often in the Rig Veda, and I have many instances where it means actually increases, widens the scope. Not really making it afar, protects, but opposite, really increases the presence of it. Yeah? So it's really kind of problematic how we translate these two words, Urushyati and Urushyatha. So if it is Urushyati, he increases the Soma drinker, increases your power, and meeting together, you two striving great Godheads, yes, makes totally sense to me. Because you, for the one who is mortal here, for the mortal embodied soul, what is established for him, you increase, you both increase and dissolve the light of dangerous light of Krishna. Yeah? So to say, they make the light of the sun, the environment of for us. It becomes our our context in which we can live and develop, something like this.
Makes perfect sense, I think. But it seems like, once again, it's requiring the soma in order for that to happen. It's requiring the kind of lubricating and kind of softening value of soma to be able to transform the light in that way, to make it useful on earth, make it useful for the mortal man.
Right. Soma is essential for this increase of their light. So Tvesham is this power, flaming power of these two godheads striving, in their unity, and Sutava, the one who drinks the Soma, the ambrosia found in this manifestation. He drinks. What does it mean? He simply offers it to them. Yes, that light can increase in him, and it makes sense, right? And increasing of light also is is also making this missile, this concentrated dosage, yes, also possible to dilute into manifestation. So to say, absorb into our nature, bring that light in portions, so to say, and make it work for the growth of nature and change of nature.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, otherwise it's difficult to reconcile.
Well, I think you did it.
Yeah, we did it for now, yes. But later, when we come back to it again, there will be a new review, yes, and it will be something else seen. Right. Okay, next, third one. Ta in vardhanti mahi asya paunsyam nimatara nayati reta se bhuje. Dadhati putro avaram param pituh nama tritiyam adhirochane divah.
Paumisham.
Paumsyam.
Paumshyam. That's it. Never heard it.
Yeah, it is a Vedic word, paumsyam, yeah. It's from pums. It is the main, this manly power or strength. These offerings increase his mighty manly strength. He brings both parents down to share the genial flow. Retas is the semen or the flow, the conceivement. He lowers, though a son, the father's highest name. Lowers means speaks, yes? Or no? Establishes. Dadhati putro avaram parampituh. The father's highest name. Parampituh nama. The third is that which is high in the light of heaven. This is Dirghatama Uchat. He will speak in puzzles, in riddles. Yeah, he would.
Well, yeah. Are we sure that word is lowers? Lower is to drop down, or
Dadhati means establishes. Yeah? Avaram down. Establishes down, but I would not put lowers. Yes.
lowers is not the right word, is it?
Yeah, he establishes the name I have, being a son.
Well, establishes meaning the different, on earth maybe, instead of not in. He brings to
Yes.
to the manifest earthly plane.
He uses this lowers because he avaram down, yeah, a lower, param higher name. So because he brings it down, he pulls it down, so to say, And that's what he means by lowers. These invocations.
Well, establishing it has a kind of a connotation, doesn't it, of digging down into earth, digging something into the earth,
Right.
and to establish it.
Steady on the bottom, yes. Right. And
So
has the meaning, yes, right.
He stabilizes the Father's highest name on the earth.
Yeah, he fixes it in manifestation, right. So these invocations thus increase his greater strength as the Lord, and he brings the two mothers for begetting the offspring and for enjoying. So, ni matara nayati reta se bhuje, to enjoy bhuje, and for the reta se, for the retas, for the flow. That's from root ri, to flow. And retas has the meaning of riti from here, the sense of the concealment.
Fecundity.
Mm-hmm.
Fecundity.
Genial flow. They have no. Yeah, also creativity, but it is usually connected with concealment and semen. Yeah? Retas is from the lower water sapas. So ta imvardhanti mahi asya paunsyam, and they are increasing his great manly power. That is retas. Retas would be that he would, through that manly power, he would be able to conceive. Yeah, for the retas, for the concealment, I could translate, and for the enjoyment. He brings two mothers here.
What is the tritiya?
Yeah, this is the puzzle which riddle.
Uh-huh.
And the third
so there's the two mothers, and then there's the third.
No, there is the son and the father, and there is the third name. The third name beyond the shining realm of heaven. Could be Aditi. Adhirochane divach. So beyond divach, beyond the heaven, but rochane. Rochanam is usually used as the swar world. Yeah? So beyond swar world, there is a third name, which is luminous, and that is most probably supramental or transcendental world, Satchitananda. And these two of the Father and the Son, you see, this is very strange here. Look at this. Tadhati putro avaram parampituch nama tritiyam adhirochane divach. So it sounds like this. If I would not know anything and I would translate it as such, it would be like this. Establishes the Son below, lower, and the higher of the Father name, and the third beyond the luminous heaven.
Well, what it brings to mind the three strides.
Right.
Since we're talking about Vishnu here.
Interesting. I didn't think about it, but yeah. Could be.
Well, a son, an offspring that is established in the world, the Father who art in heaven, and the third, which is transcendental, which is beyond the shining realm of heaven.
Right. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. And it makes sense also that the Son is lowering, that brings the higher, the supreme name of the Father down. Basically, he represents the Father here, yes, in this manifestation.
Sure.
And his name, the supreme name, becomes here involved in manifestation, everyday life. So that was the purpose of him coming down there to bring his father and to save him later, if we will read in the hymns to the mystic fire. And the third one is that, yes, maybe Aditi or something transcendental, Satchitananda, which is the Divine Mother, basically. The Holy Spirit, if you wish. So we have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And it is interesting that the Holy Spirit as the mother, transcendental mother, fits very well in the Rig Veda. It's really funny, but many times this Christian basic philosophy or vision fits very well, strangely.
Yes, pagan.
Yeah, maybe he brought it from India, as it is claimed by some.
Yeah.
He came from India and brought this knowledge from there. Okay, very nice. There's something about it to think of. These three strides is really a good intuition.
And then the other question the other thing that just the two mothers, meaning the one who gives birth to the earthly value, and one who gives birth to the luminous value.
Yeah, it's also interesting. It also belongs to this mothers. Maybe the intuition was totally right that the third mother is the third mother, which is beyond Aditi. And these two mothers are the mental and physical consciousness. Physical consciousness, Prithvi, and mental is Dhyau. Dhyava, Prithvi. They are usually mentioned as two mothers who are feeding Agni, who are feeding the growing spirit within manifestation. These are two strides, yes? Heaven and earth, they are two mothers when they feed the spirit. And there is the third one, the secret one, beyond luminous heaven.
But you know, in the previous verse, he was talking about the soma, you know, that the soma drinker was the one that made it possible to be able to have that light come diluted enough to come to earth. So something about the soma has to be there in order for the mothers to beget the offspring.
Right. And here we have Reta Bhuje, to enjoy and to conceive. He brings these two foundations, heaven and earth, our mental and physical consciousness, to do it. And there is the third one beyond. We can even say third one is Aditi, the second one is Prishni, and the third one is Diti. Diti, Prishni, and Aditi, three mothers. Well, it is possible. It is possible.
Well, he's talking about the Father and the Son, and then he talked first about the two mothers, and then he talked about the Father and the Son, and the one that's beyond the realm of heaven. So the two mothers are he wasn't. It seems like anyway. What do I know? But it seems like he's not talking about the mothers in terms of three. He's talking about the mothers in terms of a dual.
Right. Yes, it's a dual mother. We know that it means heaven and earth, or physical and mental consciousness. That's why I'm so sure about it. When the two mothers are mentioned in hymns to Agni, they are always feeding him, and they are, when they are mentioned in this particular format, that there are two mothers, then they mean this. And then son and father are fitting very well to this, that he lowers the highest name, that he brings him down. So, and there is something third beyond. Now, this switch to the Father and the Son here is not really putting off that idea of three mothers, which are there to conceive. And they are here to conceive. They are here to bring the Son.
One of them is here to
And
conceive.
no, both of them. And the other is also conceives the creator on the top of this heaven, as in Devi Sukta, she says, I bring to birth the creator on the top of this heaven. So the creator is also somehow brought to birth. The Brahma Swayambhu is born out of the egg, the creator of this universe. And there is the third one beyond luminous heaven, somewhere, who is the Aditi of the Supreme One, unknown, who cannot be named, who has no name. So,
Who is Dirgatama.
yeah, in a way, you see these three mothers, they are not against this, the Son, the Father, and someone beyond, the Supreme Beyond. Because
Right.
somehow
No.
this whole picture, there has to, the mothers are here to conceive, and they are here to conceive within them this spirit, the higher name of the Father, and to save the Father here. The Father has to be saved even. And we will find it in the hymns to Agni, very interesting, that Agni saves the Father.
Very interesting, yeah.
Very close to Christianity in a way, very, very unusual. Even sometimes kind of scared to speak about it because it's such a huge gap in between these two. Christianity's contemporary, and Rig Veda is so ancient. So, but still, the ideas are very close. Anyhow, we can stop here on the third verse, and we will continue. We have 3 more to go. It's again 6 verses, and we will finish it next time.
So will next time be a week from today, or will it be will you still be on the road?
No, I am only 3 days on the road, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay. Good. So we'll meet twice on Wednesday then.
It is only one time. Yes, because this time, yes, twice on Wednesday.
Twice on Wednesday, once for Sanskrit grammar and once for Vedic studies.
Right. For Vedic studies, I'm shifting to Upanishads if there are no more questions to the Vedas.
Well, we were kind of embroiled in a big conversation about Chandas, but I think those of us who are with you had kind of finished that. And I mean, the main concept of what you were trying to display really was about that udatta.
Udatta, right. Morphological accent. It's all about it. There's nothing.
So we finished that exposition.
Basically, yes, we can try to read different styles and see how we can read it. If we,
I think that's maybe a little past where we our capability for the most. Penny can do it, Vijay can do it, but I'm sure Lynn can't do it, and I'm sure I can't do it. And Greg is not even possible.
All right. I don't want to make out of it a class. I want to, it's a kind of presentations, the ideas, introduction, not just training.
You did present on that. You did present on it where you read, if it was, you read the difference between the way Rig Veda is recited now and the way it would be recited if they were strictly adhering to the
Rig Pratishakya, yes, Rig Pratishakya.
Pratishakya, exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe it will be exciting to go to Upanishads. I would love to hear your, I I would love to hear your presentation on that, your thoughts and your experience with
Sure.
that.
No, Upanishads is another profound system of knowledge, yes, which is trying to recover Vedic knowledge in their own way. It's very beautiful.
Every time I think I've read, what's available in the Upanishads, then I discover there's another one that somebody brings. How many Upanishads actually are there? There seems like there's just dozens of them, dozens and dozens of them. There's these main ones that everybody talks about, and then there's all these other ones that keep popping up.
Right. There are main ones are 12, which Shankaracharya was commenting upon, and there are more up to 14, 16. Bhandarkar Oriental Research Institute published 16 major Upanishads, and they go far beyond 180, 270 Upanishads. Even a Muslim Upanishads are there with Allah mentioned, and so they are coming up to
That's
our
great.
time now.
Fabulous.
Mm.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, very good.
Okay, we will end with mantra. Om Vang Me Manasi Pratishthetha Mano Me Vachi Pratishthetha Aviravir Maedhi Vedasya Anistha Shrutam Me Ma Prasi Anena Dhitena Horatram Sandadhami Aritam Vadashyami Satyam Vadashyami Dhammam Vadho Tadvaktaram Vadho Avatu Avatu Vaktaram Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti Shanti Shanti